welcome. Maybe. Mom preview, open the window up.
Damn it.
There it goes. Alright. Now officially, welcome. TTwC with Caffeine, the only podcast where random things happen. Because we're random.
Welcome to Game Over, because that's what just happened.
Hi.
No, it's game over. Get it right.
Alright.
Now I gotta put in the...
We have several topics to talk about tonight, so let's first of all, let's catch up on each other really, just at this time, catch up on each other really fast and not for an hour and a half. Let's catch up for an hour and a half. Alright, so, me, the main thing I saw this week was the Infinity Wars, we'll talk about that later. Okay, that's me, I caught up. Okay, go, quick, boom.
Nothing to report on.
Nick, anything with you?
I almost puked on the stage when I was going to get my honors cord for graduation.
Oh, you're in honors?
Yeah, I got cum laude.
Nice. Hey, Jesse, anything of you? In 2 minutes or less?
My friend's big. Hi, I'm his friend.
Cool. Are you watching the podcast on your phone in Twitch chat?
No, I'm here in person.
Pull your phone down, and type in chat.
Okay.
I don't have a
If you
Twitch
want-
on my...
Oh, no one does.
I'll pull up Twitch and I'll go on. Yay, Twitch!
Alright. Awesome. Yellow achievements. Alright. And finally, Brandon, what's up with you?
Thanks, Sonic. Long way
Ah.
and before controller would dry.
Awesome. And that's how we do a catch-up segment. Kind of. Alright. So sick. We're talking about your panhandlers.
Oh, panhandlers, yes. I've been watching because the whole thing is, you know how you get seemingly homeless people begging on the streets to give you money? I remember once when I was back in high school, we had to drive off of the highway and drive back on. Only because my mom was trying to dodge traffic, but then she figured, let's just get back on, it's too much of a mess. We were stuck so much on the exit. Then all of a sudden, this Hispanic-looking woman, or maybe it was a Romanian gypsy, like how many infamous panhandlers are nowadays, she comes up to us and she's like doing this freaking hula dance thing with this baby bib that had something about like how she was homeless, had 2 babies to feed or something, and how she wanted money.
Well, what the fuck?
And
Oh god.
and my dad's like, hang on, let's give her money. And my mom's like, no, we're not. And then she sped away before my dad had a chance to open the window.
Wow.
Who wanted to give her money?
Yeah, my mom wouldn't give the panhandler money. And
Yeah.
I was wondering why.
They don't
And
need
then
money.
I look up videos about panhandlers nowadays. I think my mom was a genius. Because the thing is, at first I thought homeless people, if you gave them money instead of food, they would use it as drug money. It's actually far worse than that. Some panhandlers make it their career to beg, and they make money off of it. They make it their living.
Because they're evil.
Like, and it actually gets pretty deep. Like, There's this one guy called Jason Aslin or something, like, he busts panhandlers, like, he has a YouTube channel. I was watching some of his videos. He notes that, well, for one thing, he actually he only makes his videos because he actually wants to go see if there's panhandlers that legitimately need the help, and he can tell which ones are scammers and which ones actually need the help. And the one time he found someone who legitimately needed help, like, it was kind of an emotional video.
I stopped carrying money downtown because I don't know if the panhandlers or not, but people always ask me for money or something, either for the bus or food or whatever. Because there's a 3-block walk from my college to my bus stop. So eventually I stopped carrying money. I got bus passes, of course, to say I rode the bus, but then I like open my wallet up, see no money. Like I tell them I have no money, I can't help you.
Yeah, well,
they never believe you. Like I don't have any money. Sorry, like just a dime, just a quarter, just a dollar, just a dollar. Come on, just a dollar. See, look, nothing, and then they left me alone.
Oh my God! Well, the whole thing is like. The one guy I mentioned who busts panhandlers, like, well, for one thing, he doesn't really stop their activities, but more so, he posts the videos on YouTube and to all his social media accounts, and I guess he, like, keeps track of, like, Facebook groups that, like, track them down and post photos of the panhandlers, that way people know not to give money to them.
So you meet many panhandlers in your college?
Well, I'll get to that in a minute, but the whole thing is, the way he's able to tell is, if these people really needed money, why are they driving nice cars? Why are they able to purchase cigarettes and other commodities that they probably wouldn't be able to afford if they were actually desperate?
Probably because either they're assholes or the fact that they spent so much money they ran out of it.
Take your pick which one's accurate. What?
Probably both. Or maybe I've heard rumors that some of them are actually rich people pretending to be
Some
poor.
of them actually are rich because supposedly, well, some of them just live in an RV. Like, they're not homeless, they have a home. It moves. They're the freaking wild thornberries.
It moves.
And other times, they might actually, like, you'll notice it more with, like, you'll notice it more with,
I was actually going to have a breakfast.
because I know there's, like, it's not like, I think the stereotypical panhandler is the so-called Romanian gypsy, but the thing is, all people, no matter what gender and what color, will be panhandlers. Like, there was this one video I saw where a stuck-up middle-aged white woman was trying to panhandle off of someone.
Oh.
Wow.
I heard an argument about that, not the on the same subject but different thing, where they should change it from being homeless to houseless, because homes and house are different things.
Yeah.
Like, your house is the thing with the walls and the ceiling stuff. Your home is where you live and your family and all that stuff. It's your home, and the house is what they live in.
Well, anyways, before I get to my thing, there's one more really dirty thing that panhandlers do to garner sympathy. There's some panhandlers that have kids with them. And people thought the panhandlers for kids were a little suspicious. Because either the kids would not make any noise whatsoever and would just silently sit down while their freaking parent, or who seems to be their parent, is begging. Or they'll just be asleep. So people have theorized, in fact, there's even some cases where two notable panhandlers or more ended up meeting with the kids and they were swapping out kids. So chances are these panhandlers are renting kids and drugging them so they wouldn't make noise, and just using them to garner sympathy.
Jesus.
Like, hey, I have this little kid, we're homeless, we need money. We need De Niro.
Here on these days.
Oh, that's smart. Some of the YouTube comments I read, they note when they encounter panhandlers, they go and buy them food, but then the panhandler knocks the food to the ground and is like, we don't want this, we want money.
Too bad, suckers.
Yeah, that's the thing I keep in mind. If you're gonna support those handlers, at least give them food, not money.
And when they angrily deny the food, then you know they're bullshit.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway, I have one experience with a panic.
Alright, what is it?
When I was at my school, I was just going for a walk across the campus because I just want a walk. I don't remember what it was that made me feel a little bit bad. But this was the last semester. All of a sudden, this guy is riding on a bike, and suddenly he stops near me. He's like, "Yo, do you got any money on you, man? I want to go get some food." I don't remember what it is.
She wants.
And I'm like, "No, I don't got any money. Sorry."
Remember when he still lived with us again?
He's like, "But you got your bank card, right? I mean, you can just go in an ATM and you can get money there." I was like, "But I..." And I lied and claimed I didn't have my bank card either.
He went. He was like,
And then he goes into a long-winded speech saying, "Oh, well, that's okay. Well, you can just go back to your crib and you can go get it there. And then all you have to do is just go to an ATM and then you have to pull money out and then you can just give me money. Come on, I just really want to get some food, man."
Oh my fucking god.
And, so he gets me into a conversation about how I don't have my card, and then he starts talking to me as though I already said yes, I'm gonna go get the card, and I'm gonna go pull out money and give it to him.
What an idiot.
And then I'm like, alright, I gotta go now. If you really want food, I'm sure there's like donation stuff or all that. And he's like, well, wait a minute, I thought you said you were gonna help me. And I was like, well, I can't. Like, I'm sure the school has like donations and all that. I mean, the school's all about helping the needy.
like this in Houston, like.
And he's like, then these two other guys walk up behind me, and they were just watching the situation. And like, I was concerned the guy was gonna do something because some shady stuff goes on in the city where my school is, though my school itself is safe. But sometimes criminals breach their way in.
And it is.
And I was concerned he was gonna pull a gun out or something, but he didn't, thank God. And he finally gives up and he rides his bike away. And then the two people walking up behind me, I start walking, and then they ask me, what was he asking? It's like, he kept asking me to give him money. And then he's like, oh yeah, I think we've seen him before. Like, he was outside the Lyman Center banging on the door to let him in. He's on drugs. Truth of the matter is, I actually got an email like about a month prior warning the school about this guy. Because anytime a crime happens on campus and gets reported, but the university sends out an email to everyone notifying it. Suspiciously, the email noted a guy on a bicycle stopped a student. The student gave money, $1, but then the bike man saw the freaking wallet and he saw he had more money. He's like, hey, you got more money, can you help me more? And lastly, there was another email warning us about the bike man. I don't know if someone reported my situation or if bike man went to go beg someone else right after me. All I know is that that second email came not long after my encounter with him.
Wow.
And thankfully, the guy was detained and he was banned from campus.
Good.
And I never saw him again after that.
So games for us. About you? You ran any and games for us and friend. You met any beggars or panhandlers?
No. So I don't have much stories.
About you, Mario?
I feel like there's panhandlers every corner on like an exit/entrance of a fucking highway, because I don't know why, there just seems to be...
In a big city, you're guaranteed to get a lot of them.
Yeah, and it's like it's their fucking job around here or something. It's like almost every time I... But it's like to the point where it's almost every single time I go in a corner near a highway, almost every single fucking time I see someone begging and saying that they're homeless. It's fucking ridiculous. I don't know why, it's like literally almost every time. It's ridiculous. Other than that, that's about it. Oh, as a side note, the weird thing is that when I was in Colorado, I don't really recall seeing that many of them.
Well,
if
there's
at all.
not everywhere. Like, the truth of the matter is, I've never seen them myself aside from my freaking school. That one time, bike man.
Come to Phoenix, drive around, you'll fucking see them.
I'm down the date.
Oh, if New York City, you're gonna see them too, because I remember seeing a couple of them. Except the ones I saw legitimately looked homeless. Maybe they put makeup on. I don't know.
Yeah, every time I go to a corner and I see one of those goddamn people, it really makes me feel uncomfortable. Because I'm afraid that they're gonna come walking up to the car and knock on a window. I'm like, ugh.
Adam, come back to Colorado. They're everywhere.
How bad is it?
Pretty bad.
Is it because of all the people that flock to Colorado?
There we go. Here's my Bob laugh.
What did you say?
I asked, is it, like, how bad is it?
How bad? It's really pretty bad.
Can you give me
They're, like,
an example?
everywhere. Like they'll just be like, especially on the highway, you'll see like just groups of them.
Groups?
Yeah.
Like, literally, they'll be in a group?
Sometimes.
I thought panhandlers.
Oh my god. That's a whole nother fucking tier. I've never seen a group of them in Phoenix, only single people at a time.
They have it's like a mob. They have territories. This is my territory, bub. You go at that corner. This is my corner.
Jesus Christ.
One time I saw the two homeless people fighting over the sign that they had that said "Give me money." They ended up just ripping it in half.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
You saw that firsthand?
I was driving and I saw that. Yep.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
Man's a panhandler.
Probably, yeah.
Probably so is Burger Man.
No, Burger Man makes an honest living. Don't compare him to one of those panhandlers.
No, Burger Man makes an honest living.
Honest? Excuse
Yeah.
me? What's an honest?
He's not selling good product. He's not honest.
But he's an honest, so he's double honest.
So if either you're...
No, the term you're looking for is unhonest, not honest.
I didn't say that, Adam. Oh my god.
You said honest! That's what I've been saying the past 5 times and you kept agreeing with me!
So have either of you been stopped by a panhandler or a beggar?
Like, stopped as in...
That ask for money, like, hey, can I have money or something?
Like they walk up to you?
At me, like,
Yeah.
in my
You
car.
walk past them and they're like...
No. Thank God.
One guy looked at me in my car, and as soon as he tried to come near me, I just drove off.
Good.
Like, red light be damned.
Gave him the middle finger as well.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Holy shit. That's fucking badass.
Is there a difference between, is panhandlers and beggars the same thing, or are they different?
No, panhandlers, I guess they're kind of the same thing, except panhandlers are used to refer to the scamming variety.
I haven't really said anything, but I want to say something. For a while, I've been trying to lucid dream, and
Okay.
during one of my tries, I guess,
Dream about panhandlers?
I dreamt that I was like a hobo.
Okay.
Yeah.
What?
I dreamt that like I was a hobo after high school, and I was like in the suburban area. But for some reason, it was like the early 2000s. Like it was weird. Like people were still have like radios and stuff like that. And for some reason, I was going around and I was trying to find a place to like sleep through the night. And I was in like this suburban area, and I was going to people's backyards to try and sleep. And for some reason, every time when I thought I got a good spot, there was a hobo there who already took it.
Territories, man. Territories.
I can't have anything, even in my dreams. So.
Jesus Christ.
You gotta earn your territory when you're a panhandler.
So, wait a minute, Jesse, what if someone tells you in your dreams, how do you respond?
I would probably wake up.
What? No, Jesse, if you were having a conversation with someone, and, okay, you know the phrase, in your dreams? What if someone in real life told you in your dreams?
I don't know. That'd be weird.
It would be weird, because it's like, you can only have it in your dreams, but you don't even get anything that you want in your dreams in the first place, so it's like, what the fuck?
Actually, no, I know exactly what I would say. I would say, no, you.
That's how it works.
Bro, why? God damn it.
Oh, you have to be like a Mommy Dearest. You have to say, why?
Why? Like that?
Hanger.
No more wire hangers!
No, here's how you do it. No wire hangers! What wire hangers doing in this closet when I told you? No wire hangers ever!
But here's the real question: is she an SJW?
No, probably not.
This brings us to our next topic. Nice segue. Anyways, last week we talked about prom. Or last episode. Some episode we talked about prom. Anyways, apparently this girl wore a cool traditional Chinese dress to her prom. No big deal, right? It's like, this looks cool, I'm gonna wear it. Conservative Chinese dress, whatever. But no. But apparently she was culturally appropriating the Chinese by wearing that dress.
Culturally appropriating? What does that even mean?
It means you're still in their culture. Making it your own.
Stealing the culture? What the fuck? That's like saying, oh, you stole my art style!
Yes, like people,
try telling that to everyone.
People that dress up as people that dress up as the Indian, like people that dress up as the Indians, like as playing as the Indians as a kid, you know, you're appropriating the Native American culture by doing that. Or
Brandon, I just remembered what I put in the chat once. If they're gonna do that, then DICE has full right to go after that Cartoon Network cartoon Apple and Onion for stealing the design for ugly ass Shrek base.
or like, say you ate Mexican food, You're appropriating Mexican culture.
You're appropriating American culture if you eat a burger.
That's what they were. That's what SJWs were yelling about when Mario Odyssey came out and Mario was wearing a Mexican sombrero and everybody was like, "Yeah." So,
But yeah, that's basically what it is. So the girl is like, I just want to wear. I dress. Girl is like, would you rather me wore a dress that revealed my breast or something, cleavage, or a short dress? I thought it was a cool dress, conservative, so I wore it. But they're like, boo, cultural appropriation.
Boo! We're a school system. We suck.
So what do you think, Snick?
That was extremely quiet.
Bag of bullshit.
Okay, how about you, Mario? Yeah.
Just proves once again that the school system is fucking trash. Like always.
Well, school system.
Yeah, isn't that the whole thing?
That was on Twitter.
What? No, the incident.
Oh, you read the school system in the article?
Isn't
I thought it was
isn't the whole didn't the whole situation happen in a school?
Yeah, a prom, but she posted it on Twitter or Instagram or something. The prom happened in school, yeah, but the Twitter rage.
Oh, it was Twitter rage. Oh, Brandon, why you confuse me?
I didn't confuse you.
Yeah, you did. You said the school system was shit.
Probably
Yeah,
is,
it
but
is.
it doesn't
And-
do with that subject.
Oh my god. So why did you say that then?
Adam,
Because it's happened in a school, so.
But this has nothing to do with the school other than
Adam.
the setting.
Well, it does, because the school made her fucking change her dress.
Yeah, but according to Vandalia, it was Twitter rage that the
school didn't make her
whole
change her
prom
dress. The school
is.
make her change her dress.
Yeah.
She wore the dress to prom.
What? Okay, now I'm confused. What? Okay.
Adam, why are you being such a stunt?
Okay, I'll,
You know
I'll-
what, Jesse? Shut up and quit being a bean.
Yeah, I'll read the article.
Racist.
It's not racist. It's cultural appropriation.
That word sounds like ass.
Okay, I'm reading this fucking thing now.
Anyways, I don't really have much to add to this podcast. Like, I have no stories whatsoever with my friends here. I
Okay,
think
well,
the only thing I really have to offer is what
just
I
talk about our
showed Adam.
Just talk about our subjects. I can offer that. If you know our
but I
subject.
can't. Well, I guess I have a subject.
Well, we'll
about-
have to get our subjects. Yeah, sure. You're right. After we get our other subjects first. Where we have a list to schedule.
Well, what do we have currently?
Oh, you came to the Discord to see our idea chat.
I don't have Discord.
Oh, let me get one.
Oh, I do have it, but it kicks me out every time because it thinks I'm a robot. No matter how hard I try to make an account, it's like, you are a bot.
So, anyways, right now we're talking about. I
Leave
can't.
the link.
I can't see the stupid. I can't see the stupid thing. Okay. Anyways, apparently it says, Chinese prom dress draws rape, but Utah students see meant no harm. First Lady Trump once wore to Beijing, but when Utah teen Keza wore a traditional Chinese dress to prom, she received backlash by posting her pictures on Twitter.
Yeah, I don't really have much to add.
You think it's stupid?
Yeah, I think it's dumb that people are getting offended for wearing what they want. So,
Yeah, it's like
Panhandler's job to beg. It's SJW's job to be offended.
it's like say what's your favorite food? What do you eat right now?
beans.
Is that what kind of
I'm,
food is
I'm
that?
joking.
Is that like Mexican food
I don't know.
Okay.
Just beans.
Okay,
Oh,
what I just
singular.
read has to do with Twitter fucking hate. So, fuck you, Brandon.
You know what? You can shut your ass up.
Did you read it? Because I just read it.
I don't read it.
It's not saying much, but still. The whole fucking thing is with SJW Twitter rage, school didn't make her do shit. But the school system is still shit nonetheless, though.
She was right about that, the end of the subject. But yeah, it's like, it's an overall problem, like I said. It's like saying, it's like saying if I want to eat Chinese food, but I can't, because I'm appropriating Chinese culture by eating their food.
Culture appropriation, you can't do anything. Literally.
Wait, but even, like, why... What is the point of having the word appropriation? That doesn't make sense. It's like, oh man, I'm accepting of other people's culture. Man, appropriation!
But you're not of that culture, so you can't do it. You can't eat Chinese food because you're not Chinese.
So then by that logic...
You're not Chinese.
So then by that logic, Chinese shops, Indian shops, etc. can't be in America because that's cultural appropriation.
We're in America. America's like a melting pot of a bunch of different countries.
Like on the SJW.
Like that.
But the heritage is American. Not Chinese, not Indian.
American, it's either Native American or Britain. So, or Italian or whatever.
Ooh, would you like
I see it, well, I mean, personally, I see it as fucking American because it's the most simple answer, really.
Are any of us Italian? You can't play Mario anymore. You're not Italian.
Oof. Are you a hedgehog? No. Well, fuck you. You can't play Sonic.
No, I will be hedgehog then. He used to have a hedgehog, but she died.
Wow. Was she fast?
No, hedgehogs are slow.
Oh, so if you have a blue hedgehog with shoes, then you're good?
Yes, totally. That's because that's how it works. Just paint your
that
hedgehog
actually
blue
was
and
the
kill it.
plot of one game. Wasn't there one game on the Game Gear where he doesn't have the shoes that make him run fast, so as a result he's slow as shit?
Yeah, I don't remember what the game is called. Yeah, that's an actual game. I don't remember what it's called, but
Are you
all
serious? You're not kidding?
No, it's actually on the Sega.
We are serious.
It's actually on. Wait a minute. It's actually on Sonic Mega Collection Plus. I've even played it, and
oh my god, why? Why would anybody love that?
And guess what?
Sonic would go slow because he sucked.
Guess what? The only way to go fast at all is to do the spin dash. If you don't do a spin dash, then yeah, good luck moving.
Dude, that's really depressing. Really
that
depressing to think about.
And yeah, and well,
like Sonic losing his legs.
Playing Sonic without his legs.
Put shoes on hands, does handstand. Gotta go fast!
No wheelchair spin dash.
No, it's not a spin dash, now it's a peel out permanently.
Super peel out is one of my favorite Sonic moves.
But it's the spin dash, but without the invincibility of being in a ball.
I love it though. It looks flashy and cool.
And also, from what I've remembered, it's not entirely bad. I think it might have been, like, somewhat of a puzzle game. I don't know.
Spin dash at the beginning.
I might even play it after this stream, actually.
Oh
yeah,
God.
you need to live stream it. I want to see this trash game.
If you have Sonic Mega Collection Plus, then you can definitely play it.
Mario playing a certain game.
What's that?
I couldn't even hear you, Adam.
I couldn't hear Schneck, so...
I am a genius. I wooed you into playing another game.
And, Brandon, if you have Sonic Mega Collection Plus, you can definitely play it. I'm not sure if you can play it on the original Mega Collection.
Yeah, I have
yeah,
the
if you have the game,
I
you
zipped!
can't play it.
Dude, I just zipped on accident.
So before we go off again, real fast for the next topic. Yeah, so basically, yeah, they're stupid. People are stupid, and people can wear what they want to wear, and eat what they want to eat. Did your friend have an opinion on this? Need for us, friend? You have an opinion? Still here?
Jesse.
Hey,
Okay.
Jesse's friend. Hello. Does
the
your
hell?
friend have an opinion?
I'm sorry, wait. No, he doesn't. He's not really paying attention.
Who?
Oh, I
Anyways-
got team over at 404.
Shh! Quiet, you. Anyways, yeah, I'm probably gonna leave now because I don't really have anything interesting to talk about.
Hi.
Quiet, you.
Just watch in chat then, and if you have an opinion on something, just say it in chat.
Adam,
Yeah?
you should show them the freaking Hey You Pikachu, like, YouTube clip you did of my dream turtle thing.
After the podcast, I will.
I wanted to be in the podcast, whatever.
You what? You wanted to be in the podcast, but you're leaving.
Yeah!
Oh, yeah, I'm not gonna really react to it because I've already seen it.
Yeah, exactly.
What?
Okay.
Well-
Anyways, I guess I'll see you then.
Yeah, I want to see Vandalia's reaction. If I'm not leaving just the podcast, I'm also leaving Skype. I want to see Schnick
Well-
and Vandalia's.
Um.
We'll do a separate video. We'll do a separate video afterwards, alright?
Yeah.
Do a reaction video afterwards.
See you then.
See ya. Anyways, moving on.
For once, a whack that Vandalia approves of.
So, that's moving on. I think our next subject was a stick subject also.
Yes.
Kind of what it was.
It's good developers falling from grace in Infinity War that are left. Did you hear me?
So, Snick,
Break! Sorry, I'm trying to land a plane here.
Vandalia, the only two topics left are good developers falling from grace and Infinity War.
so, yeah, save the word for last. But yeah, so what's about this good developer thing you were talking about last Tuesday for your
It's because I was
stick?
reading the Crappy Games wiki and how there's been good developers that have fallen from grace doing a lot of shady practices.
Like what?
And like Valve is a big
Huh?
example.
What the
They
hell?
went from making one of the most revolutionary games ever, the Half-Life and Half-Life 2,
I've heard of
to
those.
basically encouraging a shitty storefront and not wanting to make a long-awaited follow-up to that famous game. Instead, they'd rather make a money-pack tired game. In fact, that game's reveal was so infamous that when it was revealed at a freaking convention, the audience audibly booed it. Like, you get this majestic trailer. Ah!
Wow.
So you have an opinion on, I have no idea about any of this. You guys have opinions on this?
Konami's another bad developer. Rockstar is kind of went down that path because of how much they monetized GTA Online and how it took them so many years to make Red Dead Redemption 2, and people are worried that's going to go down the same path.
The chat was moving on its own. I didn't move it.
Yeah, while Schnick was talking, for some reason the chat window on OBS literally was moving to the right a little bit slowly, and I wasn't even touching the mouse or anything, and I'm like, what the fuck? And I had to point it out through text only. But yeah, that's what that was about. I was like so fucking confused. I've never seen OBS move something on its own.
So about you, Mario, do you have like games were good at first and then they like got bad or something? I guess subject.
I guess it depends on what you mean specifically, because there could be the sense that you thought a game was good during your childhood, and then when you played it when you're older, you realize that it's actually not.
I meant, like, I guess, not the same game, but like the series of games. Like
the
game
series of games?
Like game developers, like Stick was talking about, they were good at first apparently, but then they got bad.
Well, an obvious one would be Crash, though it got good again, I guess. Same thing for Spyro, I think. But let's see, I'm trying to think of a personal one.
I think Final Fantasy got bad, or is it still good, or is it
I'd
got
still
bad?
good.
It's gotten better through the years, from 1 to 15. And its spin-offs.
13 was infamous, but I'd say 15 improved on 13.
So Square Enix is still not fall from grace yet.
Some people try to argue it, mostly die-hard Final Fantasy fanboys that want to return to the old days.
Alright, so... what is that? Can you guys see what your message? I mean, I can see the question, Hauser. If you're asking about a message that you posted at some point earlier in YouTube chat, then most likely it's blocked because for some reason Restream defaults the chat to top messages. It only defaults to top messages, and there's no way to change it. So I guess it has to do with YouTube defaulting that to it. So because there's no way for me to change it, you're kind of out of luck unless you go on Twitch, but not much I can really do for you. Anyways, as I was going to say, so besides Call of Duty, the only other one I could think of would have to be Pokemon, because I've actually felt that, from my experiences at least, the games up to Black 2 and White 2 were actually pretty good. I'd say starting X and Y is where the series kind of lagged down, and I don't know, it's just kind of like they have a certain system in their games now where it's like, okay, we gotta follow these specific requirements for every Pokemon game, and you could argue that it was like that too, but they mix things up a little bit. Like, let me give you a good example. The Rivals. Rivals were kind of different back then. The first game was obvious, well, the first couple or few games were having pretty mean rivals, but eventually it turned to like a friendly competition to now, starting with X and Y, like just straight up goody two-shoe situation, and it's just like, oh my god. And people, back when I believe Black and White was Generation 5, yeah, I'm pretty sure it was Generation 5. Anyways, Generation 5, people hated it for some reason. Most of the comments were towards the Pokemon, but honestly, they weren't that bad. I'm not saying whether or not they're good, I'm just saying that there wasn't really too much of a reason to complain about them. And, I mean, for fuck's sake, the story in Black and White, from what I've remembered, because I haven't played in years, is actually pretty decent. So, you know, I don't get what the whole problem is. Black 2, White 2, I'm not entirely sure, but they actually improved some music and other things in that game. And some of the stories in the previous games were actually pretty good too. And when you take a look at X and Y, it's just kind of cut and dry. And
oh wow,
now,
Mario's a poet.
Now granted, I haven't really played Sun/Moon, but I feel like that would probably be the same problems there. So, I don't know, maybe it's just me being biased or something, but I don't know if Sun and Moon is bad, but X and Y is just really not that great. Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire, it's just a remake. I can't really comment on that, other than the whole, oh, it looks the same as X and Y, but then again, DS games were pretty similar looking too, so I don't know. Though, there's one thing that I can say for certain. I feel like the mainline Pokemon games should be in pixel sprites, like the DS, because there's just something about the pixel art that...
Oh my god!
What?
Frickin' Vandelia's like, Hauser, how come you're in the YouTube chat? Hauser, I'm gay.
Okay.
Frickin', that's like freaking a schnick level of layers response. Oh my god.
Alright then. Anyways, I don't know, pixel art in the style that Game Freak did just seemed pretty good and fitting for the mainline games, but once they hit X and Y territory, it just kind of felt meh. Like, I didn't really feel that great about it. I mean, it's not entirely bad, but if anything, it just makes the games look more and more the same. And again, DS games had the same problem, but, you know, they looked somewhat different, at least, I guess. So, yeah, that's one game series that I would definitely say has that kind of problem. Oh shit, Vandelia. Never knew that. Thanks for coming out on my podcast. Damn.
I don't know if it was meant to be serious or if it was or if it was
Sorry,
or if it was Hauser giving a nonsense response to being YouTube chat.
I think Hauser's trying to test out what YouTube will accept and won't accept through top messages.
Yeah.
Well, guess I was muted when I said that. But anyways, like I said, I think the Pokemon hasn't changed at all since the mid-90s. It's pretty much the same game. Maybe more bells and whistles here and there, but the same game has always been from the 90s. It hasn't developed at all that much.
Well, that is a good argument, but one thing that I can only really say about it, because I don't entirely like to argue in this kind of area, but one thing I can definitely say would have to be, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And that's pretty much what Call of Duty broke. They broke that saying, and look where it is now.
Oh no!
Like how Smash Brothers took away their single-player modes.
That
They
too.
broke that crap. They definitely broke that crap.
Oh yeah, I found the reason. I found an old video about that. You know what the reason was, apparently?
Well, I know. No, the reason why is because the creator was salty about people uploading Brawl story mode cutscenes on the internet.
Yeah, on YouTube. Yeah, exactly. I was gonna say, people like we don't want people to post this on YouTube, so no more story modes for Brawl. Because people might post it on YouTube.
Bye bye, Shrek. Bye bye, Shrek.
Also the fact that the 3DS limited the console version in other ways as well, especially with Ice Climbers. Did anyone hear me or what?
Yeah, Ice Climbers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
They limited the 3DS and Ice Climbers.
All I'm gonna say about the 3DS version of Smash is the whole fact that the idea is great on paper when you have, like, not the whole Smash 3DS combined with Smash Wii U thing, but generally speaking, Smash on a portable console. That idea on paper, I think, is perfectly fine, but
not in practice.
Well, no, on practice it can work. I mean, Smash 5, as long as it's a good game, then it should do just fine. But when you combine a game that's on the 3DS with a Wii U game that's essentially the same, and you try to make it literally the same game, that's going to cause problems.
Yeah.
Because I think it partly has to do with the fact that they also wanted the cross trade thing where it's like, oh, if you got gear on the 3DS version and you want to get it on your Wii U version, then you can transfer it over. Or the whole 3DS as a controller on Wii U version thing, which I don't know why anyone would want to do that. Side note, Smash controller for 3DS that you buy off of eShop should not cost you anything. It's a fucking $1. It's retarded. Actually, it might be even more, but I'm not sure. Anyways, as you were saying?
speaking of that, on the subject about games and stuff, do you think there's sides between, or I'm on both sides, even though I'm more on one side than the other side. There's two types of games out there. Some of them have both things. Like World of Warcraft has both versions of this thing. There's PvE and PvP, and most people are either one side or the other side. That's what they stand for, right?
I don't know what PvE is.
Player versus
environment.
Player versus environment?
It means like you're playing this like story mode. You and your team up. You guys play against computer generated bosses or raids or whatever, or the story mode.
Yeah, and then
people.
Oh, sorry, I interrupted you.
And then PvP, obviously, you're fighting each other. No story, just kill.
But aren't a lot of...
Like in even though you don't play it very much, there is a story mode in Splatoon, right?
Yeah. What the hell? Oh, sorry. I gotta take this call. I apologize.
I guess we'll see that in a second.
Yeah, just keep explaining. Anyways.
But yeah. What about you, Stick? I'm guessing you're more PvE, aren't you?
PvE, yes.
Yeah. I am terrible at PvP games. I dabble in them sometimes, but look at a choice. Like Warcraft, there's choices. You go to the battlegrounds or something. You go to a PvP realm where killing till cave each other. But I hate that. I hate PvP games, in the PvP role, like in Warcraft. So I had to play it sometimes because that's the role my friends are on. But you're just doing basically, you can just do a quest or whatever, like doing something, and other factions just kill you for no reason just because you're the other faction. God, I hate that.
I've returned.
Alright, cool. So, like I said, you don't play very much, but like I said,
are you fucking kidding me? Another... God damn it.
I think that.
What?
God damn, really?
How about you, Snick? What's your opinion?
On what?
PvE versus PvP.
I guess just play whatever one you want. Just expect to be trolled in PvP.
Yeah. Some people take those games way too seriously.
Oh yeah.
I hate that. It's like, this is why I don't. If I'm a group,
Well, that's why freaking esports are popular, bro.
Get an iPhone, I said. It would be great, they said. Gets a call. Fucking crashes phone. Makes a call. Fucking crashes phone. God damn it. By the way, this is the first time I've received a call that caused my phone to crash. Though, calling makes it crash. For some reason. Not all the time, but a lot of the time.
It crashed because you weren't going fast enough.
Are you ready, kids?
No, my phone isn't fucking ready, I can tell you that much.
So, what about you? Are you more PvP, Mario?
Well, what are you saying about Splatoon, though? Because I wanted to know what you were saying.
I said, it is a story mode too, right? It's one of those, some games have both modes.
Splatoon's 1 and 2 have the story modes, and Splatoon 2, it might have already gotten it, I'm not sure, but last I played it, it was announced that they were going to have the DLC story. So, it's like they're putting in another campaign entirely, but yeah, both games do have story modes. You get gear from them, and you get exclusive gear if you beat the campaigns.
Gear you can use in your PvP mode, or
yeah, like their weapons. I mean, I don't know what they do specifically, but yeah. Though the single-player content isn't necessarily player versus environment because it's more or less just literally single-player. You play it offline, and yeah, there's no multiplayer with it. As for player versus player, it's player versus player. What else can I really say about it? Alright, so what do I prefer? I mean, honestly, I prefer the multiplayer. I don't know why, but I just seem to find myself going towards the multiplayer, but I probably do that because of the fact that I actually want to get good at the game, and also the game kind of makes me feel as though that I need to level up. Otherwise, it's like, ugh.
Yeah. Like I said,
I'm not saying that Splatoon shouldn't have a campaign. By the way, it might not even be more of a preference. It might just be what I just levitate towards too. And plus, it also probably has to do with the fact that you can't really do offline multiplayer where you play against bots. So that probably also makes me feel as though that if I don't play it now, then if I do want to play it and I don't have access to Wi-Fi, then I'm screwed. Unless I get single player.
I spent a dime.
Nice.
I wonder
a tip or a cheer.
10 cheers.
Wow.
I wonder why the cheers don't show up on the restream chat.
I'm not sure.
I wish we could set that. I think we could set that up where somehow I don't do that. I need to set it up so that they appear when
Alert?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still need to get on that.
Yeah, but yeah, I like both. But I like the option that you can have both. You know, I think a lot of people choose PvP. Like I said, Warcraft. Me and Hazard play has both modes. You can do either one, or you can do both. Apparently, you can PvP while you're PvEing, or what else is there? Yeah, you can kill other people while you're questing. So there's both modes. Oh, and multiplayer. I love multiplayer too. I just like being in a group. I hate random groups. I like being in a group of people that you know. Because then you can make mistakes. You know. You don't scream at your ears calling you a noob.
You are a noob.
But yeah.
Good thing Splatoon doesn't have voice chat. Or any chat.
Splatoon 2 has voice chat.
No, fuck you. Actually, I mean, it kind of does, but not if you're playing randoms. Not if you're playing randoms. Yeah, no randoms. So.
Setting up the microphone is shit anyways.
Yeah, because it's your phone microphone.
So, Sticks, any more final words about the subject since you started it? Developers on old games dying, or developers dying after.
I really hope we can get another Castlevania game one day, I guess. You know, after Konami decided no more games. We're making pachinko and mobile.
Not. Yeah, it's a little boring right now, but hopefully it'll pick up when Classic hits and Battle for Azeroth hits. But anyways, alright, Mario, put up the big spoiler red alert warning on the OBS.
Why?
We're talking about
Avengers.
What movie?
Avengers.
Fuck this, I'm out. I'm not getting spoiled.
Oh. Do I even have the image? That's weird. Let me see. Oh, nice. I must have deleted it at some point. Okay. Well, time to put it as text for now.
You can probably delete games for us and what's up since we're not here anymore.
Oof, that's right.
If you want, you can put our names under our. You can put our, there's only two of us now. You can. I don't think 600 is camera on, so you can put our names under our pictures.
Damn. Well, 2 people gone for Avengers.
Yep.
Anyways. You gonna talk about it?
Well, change the topic.
Oh. Fuck. Yeah, that's good. Alright.
So. Let's see. Pretty much the movie starts. Me thinking back and forth on this. Yes, we talked. Pretty much the movie starts out with the ending of Thor Ragnarok,
Yeah.
where the ship they ran into was Thanos' ship, and he slaughtered everybody on the ship, pretty much.
Yeah, Loki dies. Loki dies for good, and Thanos even says, no fake outs this time.
So apparently,
Referencing Loki's fake out death from Thor the Dark World.
yeah. So like apparently, off screen, Thanos has already gotten the gem from the Guardians of the Galaxy Part 1 movie. The Power Gem. And then I guess that makes him the strongest in the universe. And then I guess the Space Gem, or the Tesseract, lets him transport? Is that what that does?
I guess. I don't know.
What did the Tesseract do? Space Gem. What did that do anyway?
I think it opened the portal, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, or like maybe just it powered stuff up. I don't know what that gem did, but yeah, he has 2 gems now. Oh, that reminds me. Later on, we saw a guest appearance from Red Skull. I thought it was.
Yeah, Red Skull, except he's not played by the same actor.
Oh, he's not?
Yeah, in Captain America, he was played by Hugo Weaving. Here, he's played by some guy from Walking Dead.
Oh, so somebody you recognized?
Yeah,
He's
he's Aaron from Walking Dead. Not that I really care, because I stopped watching that shitty show.
So anyways, I think, did Loki send Hulk to Earth, or did somebody else send Hulk to Earth? Or was that... that was that like, sword guy, right?
Or no, Heimdall did, I'm pretty sure.
So he lands on Earth to warn Doctor Strange, who made his appearance in this movie, who went to catch Iron Man. Like, hey guys, Bruce is back, because he's been missing since Ultron. But, all right, you want to talk? I'm getting a blank here. You want to catch up? You want to start talking now? Snick?
What? Yes?
You want to start talking? I can't. My brain's drawing a blank right now.
Well, basically, the movie itself, like, it delivered on what I thought it was going to do. We finally get our long-awaited crossover with Guardians of the Galaxy, the Avengers, Spider-Man, Doctor Strange.
Black Panther.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love how Thor called him a rabbit, like a rabbit. You're the captain, right? Rabbit, aren't you, rabbit? Yeah, I'm the captain.
Here's one question, though. How did Thor get his eye back? I was at the theater when they did that.
Rocket had a spare eye laying around. He stole.
Oh. So it's a fake eye?
Yeah, or cybernetic or something.
Huh.
It's like, but the joke was, you better, at the worst that off, I had to stick up somewhere that smuggle it. Oh yeah, he got his new weapon. Oh yeah, Thor got a new weapon.
Yeah, he got the axe, and we have freaking Peter Dinklage appearing in it as the guy who makes it. So Peter Dinklage is the second actor to appear in both X-Men and Marvel.
Who was the first? Who was the first one?
No, well, Peter Dinklage, he also played Boulevard Trask in X-Men Days of Future Past.
You see the second one. Who was the first one that appeared in both?
The first one is Josh Brolin, because he was Thanos in the movie, but then he's also going to be playing Cable in Deadpool 2.
Ah.
I only say Peter Dinklage is second because we knew for a while Josh Brolin was going to be playing Cable.
What's that axe called? You know?
I don't know. They called it something.
Yeah, but yeah. Let's see. I like the tension between Bruce and Natasha when they reunited. I think they were an item back in Age of Ultron, but he left her. Hulk left her, but.
Well, yeah, well, we never see the Hulk in the movie aside from the opening because, like, literally Bruce Banner tries to get the Hulk to come out, and only briefly he's able to get the Hulk's face to come out, and he yells, "No!"
It's weird.
As in, he doesn't want to freaking come out.
Did Thanos scare him or something, you think?
I don't know, maybe Thanos scared the Hulk or something, because the Hulk's his own character.
Yeah, but yeah, he was like the Hulk was the Hulk for like apparently according to I think Ragnarok in that other movie, Hulk was the Hulk for like 2 years straight.
Yeah, or maybe the Hulk's just tired. I don't know.
He was the Hulk for 2 years, you know. Either like he's like tired of fighting, or he's scared of Thanos, or he's like he needs to recharge time.
Well, he does get to put on the Hulkbuster armor during the final battle sequence.
So, I think I kind of like twisted that actually Thanos actually likes people, you know, because he had to kill his daughter. Because if he didn't like people, killing his daughter wouldn't work. Because he had somebody you love to get the Soul Stone. So I guess he really did love her in his own way, I guess.
I mean, well, he keeps claiming that wanting to wipe out half of all beings in existence, he finds it necessary just because he thinks the universe can't be sustained because it's overpopulated. So he thinks like Albert Wesker.
Yeah, some people do. Like some people do think that, you know, overpopulation and stuff, that the world can't control. The world can't compensate for everyone that lives here. What do you think about that?
I mean, there is legitimate concern, especially when there's a good, especially if there was a good chunk of the population that just sat on their ass and did nothing to contribute. It's like, why do you exist if you're just sitting, being spoon-fed?
Oops.
But at least to say that positive for Thanos, he didn't like. His is all randomness. It wasn't like all Pacific people killed or whatever. It's like random, half the population. You know, it wasn't like the rich people disappeared or the poor people, only the poor people. Like,
yeah, like it's just. I don't even think he chose. That's just what the Gauntlet did, because the ending of the movie, Thanos actually wins. Like, the Avengers lose. He completes the Gauntlet, and he snaps his fingers. Just like that, half of everybody dies.
Yeah, I saw a clue in what Doctor Strange did earlier. I was like a message about that earlier. He said, "I saw like 6 million situations, and how many did we win in?" He's like 1.
And then, Doctor Strange is one of the people that die, and just before he turns to ash, like, the whole thing is, like, Strange had one of the stones, and he intentionally gave it up to Thanos to save Iron Man's life, and just before Strange fades, he reassures Iron Man that he did the right thing, which seems to indicate that he was going towards the one future where they won.
Yeah, like
well, for one thing, I know in the sequel that's coming out next year, I know that everything's going to be undone because one of the people that died was Spider-Man.
Yeah, and the times.
Spider-Man's supposed to lead the new set of movies in the universe, so he's not gonna stay dead.
Well,
And
I mean, to be fair though, he's only a person that can climb walls, and shooting webs, well, he makes the webs, so I guess that's not really much of a power, is it? So all he does is climb walls. Wow, what a great power! But he does exercises, so I guess he's natural, just like Batman. Wait, so does that mean that Spider-Man has something up better than Batman?
Well, Spider-Man has actual powers for one.
Batman's like Iron
Man. Oh, actually, I did forget Spider-Sense. That's it.
Yeah,
no, he actually has strength as well.
But I thought he exercises for that.
No, the strength is... He actually has the strength as part of his powers.
Was he always like that? Like in other series?
He had to get bit by the spider first.
No, I'm saying in other series, was that supposed to be his power? Nobody fucking said that. What the hell?
It's called spider strength. I don't know what that means, but that's what they call it.
I have never heard of that at all. Not once.
See the 6 stones.
No, I'm looking this up now.
There's the Mind Stone. That was what was in Vision, and the Loki scepter. The Power Stone, that was from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. The Space Stone, that was from Captain America. The Reality Stone, I think that was from Dark World. Let's see, that's 3, I think. Alright, I gotta write this down.
You know one thing, I don't watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but knowing that they always address what happens in the movies, I'd like to see how Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is gonna handle it.
I was watching that marathon right before the podcast started. The Power Stone from Guardians of the Galaxy.
Because the post-credit scene hints at Captain Marvel, and both Nick Fury and Maria Hill faded.
Oh yeah. So it's gonna be Mrs. Marvel, right? Captain Marvel.
Yeah, it's gonna be Miss Marvel, except they call her Captain Marvel now.
Oh, speaking of that, back to SJWs again. Apparently, I saw an article where SJWs got mad that there was no gay people in this movie.
Of course. If you want to watch superhero stuff that has gay superheroes, go watch the Arrowverse.
Reality Stone was for Dark World. Let's see. Time Stone was from Doctor Strange. Doctor Strange, the time from Doctor Strange, yeah. Let's see. Hey, Sparrow! Welcome! Hey, Sparrow's here.
I hope you've seen Avengers, because we just spent a lot of time spoiling it. Mind Stone. That was from Avengers 1 and 2. And the Soul Stone was the one, and finally the Soul Stone made its appearance in this thing, where it was guarded by the Red Skull. So do you think Phantom's? I think Phantom's is one of those villains, you know. He's a villain, obviously. He's like one of those the ends justify the means villains, right? He wants to do good, I guess, but he does it in the bad way. Yeah, from what I can tell, that's exactly what he is.
Like, I'm trying to save the universe by killing half of it. Why are you against that?
Well, like I said, in the sequel that's coming out next year, they're gonna fix it. Like, it's not, all those characters aren't gonna stay dead. Well, maybe most of them.
Is Venom part of the universe or separate?
That is very confusing. Like, they've said, at numerous points, they've said, yes it is, no it isn't. I mean, I don't see a reason why it shouldn't, because if they're going to introduce Spider-Man at one point, then it needs to be a part of it, because then including 2 separate versions of Spider-Man live action, that's just going to be confusing. But for the time being, unless there's an open contradiction, I'm going to pretend Venom is part of the same universe.
And so I'm guessing Captain Marvel's gonna happen before 4-2.
Well, I think Captain Marvel's coming out next March, and then Avengers 4 is coming out in May next year.
Alright, so then that'll take place while the Earth is half dead, right?
Yeah, and that's going to show how they fix it.
What about the Ant-Man and Wasp?
Ant-Man and Wasp, well, Ant-Man and Wasp comes out this summer. I don't know what time frame that takes place in. Like, I think they already confirmed both Ant-Man and Wasp are going to be in the next Avengers movie, so I don't know if they're going to show the fallout from the 3rd movie, or if it's going to take place before or something. I don't know.
Yeah. That's what I like about the Avengers Age of S.H.I.E.L.D. Because they usually the good timing too. It usually takes place right during the time of the movie. Like in one the Ultron episode, they warned about the one thing warned about the one prophet one Inhuman that can see the future warned about the invasion. In the next episode, the invasion already happened. So like they.
Well, if Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. keeps it up, let's see what Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. end up fading.
Oh yeah, because what's happened in that movie? What was your favorite moment in the movie?
No idea.
Oh, okay. See,
all I'm gonna say is that because of the fact that Thanos won at the end, middle school schnick would have loved the movie. Because, I'll tell you this much, when I was like back in middle school and elementary school, I was aching to see a story where the villain won. I don't know, I guess a part of me was tired of the good guys always win story, which is probably part of the reason why shitty RPG is the way it is, but...
That's not like... Yeah, I like him... I guess the hammer that new act regenerates forward too, because he got badly burned in that star. Then he got that hammer good as new. Oh, I like how they almost got to live on the Thanos, and then Peter was like ruined it all by going crazy. I mean, it's Nicholas moment.
Star-Lord ruined it. There's 2 Peters, actually. One of them's Spider-Man, one of them's Star-Lord. Kind of funny, considering that Tom Holland claims that Chris Pratt couldn't stop him making... Like, Tom Holland kept laughing because of Chris Pratt. And that was, like, the most difficult thing for him on the set. Chris Pratt wouldn't make him stop laughing.
Oh, that sounds funny. That makes me laugh. So have you seen all the Marvel movies?
Pretty much.
Okay, so apparently that is fucking crazy that Spider-Man is apparently able to fucking lift heavy shit only because of the fact that he got bit by that goddamn spider. So, why is it not shown in face value then? Because literally all this time, I thought all
quite a bit in the movies.
What about in the games, though?
In the games, it's shown, definitely.
Well, yeah, but it's like the series tells you at face value, hey, he can climb and he has spider sense. As for web slinging, he makes those. But they never tell you about the whole weightlifting thing.
Movies and games where he makes them on his own.
Huh?
In the Sam Raimi trilogy, like the old movies from the 2000s and their accompanying games, he makes them on his own. Like he makes his own. Web comes out of him. He doesn't make the web cartridges.
What? Okay, now you're confusing me with your wording.
No.
In one set of movies, the trilogy, in the mid-2000s, he didn't make web cartridges. He shot them out of his hand.
Yeah, he didn't make web cartridges. The cartridges he made the cartridges.
Well, then in that case...
He need cartridges. He shot web...
Okay,
he
well
shot
then...
his own web that came out of his body.
Okay, so then in that case, how did the webbing go through the costume?
Holes, I guess.
Yeah, I think he made holes.
Well, they must be goddamn big holes, because I don't know how else it would happen.
Well, it's very, very thin thread. It's very thin. Thread's very thin.
What? Okay, it sounds like this whole Spider-Man thing is a, oh, it depends situation, because from what I could tell from the games Ultimate Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 1 and 2, both on PS2, the fucking web, well, okay, Spider-Man 1 and 2, well, I didn't think. Okay, Ultimate Spider-Man, webbing was thick. Spider-Man 2, webbing was thin. I think Spider-Man 1's was thin?
I think it was always thin. It was always thin. It was never thick.
In Ultimate Spider-Man, the video game, it was certainly thick. Like, you could fucking clearly see it. Like, it's not even a question. In Spider-Man 2, it's kind of like, you can see it, but you can tell it's thin. With Spider-Man 1, I mean... in Spider-Man 1, he literally shoots in the sky, and boom, he swings webs in the fucking sky.
I think they made it appear thicker so the audience could see it, but really, in reality, spider thread is thin. It's very thin. Like a spider web.
Well, I mean, I don't know if it's inconsistency or if the series is meant to be a literally, like a opinionated thing.
Yeah, I always thought it was weird. If that's true or not. People say that spider thread is thicker than steel, and stronger than steel. You heard that before?
No, I've never heard that.
No, and I don't think I can, and I can't verify that, because anytime I've had to knock a spider down, I just cut the web and they fall.
Let me look it up on Google real fast. My phone, let's see.
And while he's doing that, actually, funny enough, recently, like the other day, I think, I had to fucking kill a spider that was in my bathroom. I woke up one morning in the bathroom, I'm like, fuck that. So I cover it, well, I trap it with a cup, I put a napkin under it, and then I flushed it down the toilet. Yes, Amazon Echo, I flushed a spider down the toilet. You got a problem with that? Yeah, that's what I thought. Stay quiet.
Babies, kisses.
I can't. Can you look that for me, Mario? I can't do this phone's not working right now.
It's Scoppy. Oh my god, it's not working.
Are you fucking kidding me? I got another call. I'm just gonna text you.
So Mario, can you look up on Google your thing, on your computer, spider thread and steel?
That spider's got balls of steel.
Yeah, let's see. Oh. I liked how that Iron Man did when he called Captain America. Like, we had a falling out while you were gone. Oh. Also liked how they're still criminals technically. So then they appear to like arrest them. Like, nope. So just the fallout from the Civil War is still happening.
So according to Google, from this .org source, it says Spider silk is not stronger than steel, but that shouldn't stop us from studying it or from thinking of it as a wonder material. At best, spider silk might compare to steel when it comes to tensile, or is it tensile? I don't know. Tensile strength, which is the largest stress that a material can withstand before breaking.
Baby's kisses.
So, anything about Sandy Wars we're talking about?
What?
Not really, other than the audience was shockingly silent at the bummer ending.
Cool. Yeah.
From what I'm...
Was that the first Marvel movie with a sad ending, or did anyone others have a sad ending?
I do not know. Probably was, but honestly, like I said, sometimes you just need to have a story where the villain wins, because sometimes your heroes need to be beaten to hell and back before they can win.
From what I'm reading, my assumption about this whole Spider Silk thing is that it's not stronger than steel in the literal sense. It's probably talking about, like, you know, maybe from the elements. But if it's, like, literally speaking, is it stronger? If you can cut it with fucking scissors, I think not.
But yeah. Ultimately, I thought it was a good movie. We didn't really talk about that much, really.
I mean, not that much.
I mean, I talked about this plot points, but I can't blank. I can't remember the plot point. Tied with Infinity Stones.
Yep.
That's the... Oh, God. So, by the way, oh, that reminds me, Snick. Is in your book series, is there any one where the villain wins?
Oh yeah. And it's not really a book series right now. I just like to call it a story. In the story, I mentioned how the leader of the group that wants the United States government to confess, he actually, like, his demonic ability that was granted him by the U.S. government as the secret project. He's able to infect any human being with a virus that allows him to control them and first it gives them super strength, kind of like Wesker from Resident Evil. And he's able to control everyone infected in a hive mind kind of thing. So after years of preparation, he spreads out all of his troops across the country, and they lead a carefully calculated assault against the country, and he conquers it. But not before finally forcing a confession out of the U.S. president. Which basically ruins the country's reputation in universe, because it, like, international relations are ruined because of how they hid the information. What happened?
Nothing. I thought I was thinking of something.
Or are you confused?
No. And off subject. In Harry Potter 4, 5, and 6, didn't the bad guys win in those movies and books?
More or less, because in Harry Potter 4, Voldemort comes back. Harry Potter 5, Voldemort is exposed to the public, but Harry loses Sirius Black. And in Harry Potter 6, Dumbledore dies. And the Ministry is posed to be taken over.
So I guess some movies, they do have the villains win.
Yeah. But anyways, in my story, so the first series would end with like an all-out civil war. And ultimately, one of the main characters gets into a fight with the big bad guy. I'm not sure of the details because I didn't write this all out. All I know is that somehow the main characters get a hold of a suppressant that deactivates his abilities. He gets shot with it briefly, and after one of the main characters is severely wounded fighting him, after he gets shot with the suppressant, as she's about to collapse dead, she grabs a knife that she was using to fight him, grabs it out of the air, thrusts it right through his chest, and she manages to kill him before she herself bleeds out. But then, here's a curious thing. One episode of the Future series with a new cast of characters would center in on some characters being transported to an alternate future.
Alternative future?
Yeah, an alternative future, because the thing is, the way the big bad guy dies, let's just say it was super close, by like 1 second. Because with his death, his entire army, like, goes into utter shock. Like, they all collapse on the ground screaming. A lot of them die from the shock, but then there's a few survivors that end up becoming villains later in the franchise, so to speak. And let's just say if it weren't for the fact that killing him would kill the entire army, they would have won. So he needed to die. So in this alternative future, everything goes as planned. He's shot with the suppressant. The main character's collapsing dead. She's trying to grab a knife out of the air to thrust it through his chest, but that 1 second difference was very different. Even though he's all drowsy and whatnot from being shot with the suppressant, he still summons enough strength. As she grabs the knife, he grabs the arm. He grabs her arm as she's about to grab it, thrusts it with enough strength to break it, and she collapses dead because she was about to die anyway. But because he wasn't killed, the suppressant quickly wears off, and one of the main characters is just forced to watch as they lose the war. And there would be one episode of the Future series where a new cast of characters lives in a future where he died. And they're transported to the alternative future where he's still in power. Because he never lost.
True. Like a time split thing.
Yeah. It would just be a one-off episode thing, but still. It's like a what-if scenario.
Well, off topic, we have 5 viewers watching right now. So, hi, viewers. Oh, 6 viewers. Awesome, we got 6 viewers now. So, I wanted to wait till Mario got back, but you said middle school Snick like that move in ending. You have a Daily Onion about that? Right?
Maybe a little bit. I can just talk about how salty I would freaking get anytime I was forced to watch a movie where the heroes won pretty much because of a Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah, I wanted to have Mario come back to take the title, but I guess we'll do it without it. We'll fix it in editing. If we had editing.
All right. So, elementary school schnick / middle school schnick and wanting the villains to frickin' win.
Oh, he's back.
Let's just say
Daily
that
anytime.
freaking anytime I was watching anything on VHS back then, if it was in particular if it was a cartoon, like I would always just want the villains to frickin' win. I'm trying to think of any scenarios. Oh, Nicktoons Unite, for example. There was a point when frickin' when SpongeBob unplugs the Doomsday Machine, middle school Schnick was like, "Oh, come on! You should have let Professor Calamitous destroy it."
No more spoilers?
No. Daily Onion.
time.
Good.
So, there was one point in 3rd grade, we were watching some movie, I forget it is. So this one character was about to cross a bridge they weren't allowed to cross. Okay? All the other kids are saying, "No, don't cross it, don't cross it, don't cross it!" Meanwhile, elementary school Schnick's here sitting in the corner. "Yeah, cross it, let's get it on!" I do remember saying that, by the way. I was imitating Plankton from the frickin' SpongeBob movie.
The one,
Wow.
the mustache one.
Yeah, the one where they put on the mustaches and all of a sudden they're men.
They are the smart.
They are smart. They are smart. S-M-R-T. I mean, S-M-A-R-T. But I tell you, especially when I was watching freaking something of my sister's, like all those freaking shitty Disney sing-along tapes, or like her freaking Barbie and the Nutcracker, Barbie, Rapunzel, all that goddamn crap. Like, I would always root for the villains because I hated watching that shit. At least I had an excuse then.
I was the same way. What kind of? I think I mentioned this before, but I never watched, like, when I was a kid, didn't watch Beauty and the Beast or Little Mermaid because those were girl movies. Like,
So you were gonna root for freaking Ursula and Gaston?
No, I didn't even watch it. I didn't watch it until Aladdin. That was a guy movie. Aladdin was a guy movie. This is my opinion, my 12-year-old opinion. Like, ew, girl movies. Don't want to watch those. Like,
I mean, I'll tell you this much: my bias against villains winning was definitely showed in Shitty RPG.
Really?
Yeah, I made freaking Schnick the villain. I made myself the villain, so therefore I couldn't lose. There's my solution.
what's the difference between a villain and an anti-hero, you think?
What? Yeah, there is a huge difference. Are you serious?
Like, what's the difference?
Anti-hero... Okay. Put it simply... Oh, I'm chewing. Okay. Anti-hero
Pikachu.
can go both ways. Either they're assholes and they act like villains, or they do heroic things, but what is consistent with anti-heroes is that when they act heroish, they don't act like, "Oh, let's defeat these villains." They're just like, whatever. Like they act like
I know the
one way.
No, I think the difference is, a villain is not a villain, but a hero is, I think a hero saves the day, but they do whatever it takes to do it. They're not white knighting it. They're like, if I have to kill people to do this, I'll do it. Whatever, you know.
Except if you're DC.
Speaking of that, who do you think is the stronger computer villain, Brainiac or Ultron?
Brainiac.
I think Brainiac could beat Ultron fight, or Brainiac.
Probably only because I only say Brainiac because he's intergalactic.
Ultron isn't or can't be.
I mean, Ultron can be, and they definitely made Ultron kind of big time in Age of Ultron, but Brainiac has infinite knowledge.
Because he's been around longer. Yeah, Ultron was only around for one movie.
Yeah, Ultron was only around for one movie. Not to mention, Brainiac is freaking genocidal. Like, I mean, not to say that freaking Ultron wasn't, but freaking Brainiac had... It was curious, in Superman the Animated Series, Brainiac was the reason why everyone on Krypton died. Because it's established in the first episode that Brainiac knew the planet was going to explode, but then he explains to Jor-El, Oh, but if I warned all the Kryptonians, I would have had to formulate an evacuation plan. And if I was doing that, I couldn't save all of Krypton's knowledge. Essentially saying he's saving himself.
I think in the WB series, he was working for Zod or something.
You mean Smallville?
Yes.
I do not know anything about Smallville other than the fact that one of the actors is now in jail for freaking running a sex trafficking ring.
Really?
Oh,
Yeah.
wow.
Which one?
Chloe Sullivan, Allison Mack.
Whoa. The things you learn.
And this comes just a few months after freaking Supergirl paid tribute to her character.
So I thought, was Chloe in anything else besides Smallville? Or was he?
Well, the character's popularity led to her being introduced in the comics.
Oh.
Like, she was later introduced in the DC comics, kind of like how, like, it's the same thing with the Arrowverse. Like, John Diggle was created for Arrow, but then later he was introduced in the comics. And of course, the freaking DC animated universe created a lot of original characters that later got introduced in the comics, like Harley Quinn, Renee Montoya, Mercy Graves, the future Batman.
Future Batman?
Yeah, Terry McGinnis, the guy
Oh.
from Batman Beyond.
Oh yeah, Batman Beyond. I just like that series. Alright, so that was another. Yeah, you guys have any final words?
Not really.
About you, my only final words.
Surprised Brandon actually gave a shit about spoilers, despite his stance on
I'm
them.
watching the movie tomorrow.
I watched it this morning at 10:30 just to dodge the crowd, and then right after I had to help my dad mow the lawn.
Well, Brandon, I guess now you know how it feels to deal with the risk of being spoiled on shit.
Well, it's a movie. It's different. I don't want to
It's-
watch a movie for nothing.
What? No, you told me before that even if you
Well,
knew the ending, the movie of the journey up there is still
You go to
enjoyable.
watch with games, even if you get spoiled with the story, you still actually have to play the game. The game is its own experience. Whereas with the movie, the only thing you have is the story. So if you get spoiled, then why watch the movie?
Because if I remember, Brandon said it's the journey of how you get there.
Well, that applies to games.
Yeah, that's for games.
Okay.
Movies are different.
You never told me that you actually cared when it came to movies. You just straight up said, oh, spoilers, who cares?
Yeah, I
Pretty
thought.
sure he was talking
Games.
about games.
Yeah.
No, when we were talking about in the spoilers episode, I remember that he was talking about spoilers in general, not specifically what kind of medium.
Well, specifically games.
Okay.
Okay, alright, so, remember folks, you haven't seen Infinity Wars yet, watch it, it's an awesome movie, that's sad.
Though they're gonna fix it, don't worry.
Well, obviously the cops are that, well,
Yeah,
obviously.
it's not gonna stay dark and depressing. You just have to wait another year, and then they're gonna tell you how they fix it.
Okay, games, hopefully get better in time, developers are always stuck, so stay tuned, there's good games out there, and choose your side, PvE, PvP, or both. I'm a both sider. Culture appropriation is not a damn thing. People can't steal cultures. So let people wear Chinese dresses and eat food. That's not American.
Brandon, were you spoiled?
What?
Screw everyone who thinks you can't wear a Chinese dress if you want to. I don't want to, but. And finally, if you see a panhandler and they seem legit, give them some food, not money. If they don't want your food, then they're fake, and screw them.
And you can have the food that you were going to give them, so that's a little bit of a bonus.
Alright. Join us Tuesday. Join us Tuesday. Oh, and go watch his second video or something after this podcast. And then join us Tuesday for episode 128, I think. Yeah, episode 128 of whatever we talk about. We'll see you then. I'll be here, I think. I haven't said yet, but I'm pretty sure I'll be Tuesday. So, see you Tuesday. Never stop learning. Enjoy the randomness. And bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Mario, Brandon, you want to watch my Tekken video?
I don't know, maybe.